Here I am in the Max zone. A zone for the Maximus, Maxius Headroomius. Huge Max Headroom fan. Big time TV. You gotta understand. I'm the biggest Max Headroom fan in the history of the world. 1987, second best show ever made. What's number one, you ask? Goes without question, The Prisoner in 1967. So in 1967, we got 77. I'm sure there's something good came out in 77. Who knows, right? But then there was 87. So it's 1967, the best show ever made, The Prisoner, starring Patrick McGoohan. Created by Patrick McGoohan. Then we have the second best TV show ever made in the history of television. 20 years later, Max Headroom. Kids today don't stream Max Headroom. They don't think about Max Headroom. They just see Eminem spoof Max Headroom. And they just hear about some TV hack. I'm not impressed by the TV hack in any way, shape, or form. It's a footnote of nothingness compared to the genius that is Matt Frewer that portrayed the character known as, that's correct, Edison Carter, and Edison Carter's digital download, you guessed it, Max Headroom. I got these Edison Carter bumper stickers. They look too good to be bootlegs, but they might be bootlegs, but they might be legitimate. They might be legitimate merchandise. It's hard to say. But Edison Carter, best investigative journalist in the field. He has his mind scanned. After they scanned a parrot, the second thing to be scanned as a living biological entity. See, we have the parrot Max Headroom thingy. And he was pretty cool. So they wanted to test it out with something more sophisticated. So they tested it out on Edison Carter. Edison Carter looks just like Max Headroom because Max Headroom is a copy of Edison Carter, but there's a few tweaks. AI is going on in here. No television show in the history of the planet Earth has ever been as cyberpunk and had such amazing animations, which are clearly supposed to be computer generated, but we didn't have computer generation of that level in 87. So they had to be like made by a cartoonist that made the Tron movie or something, because pretty phenomenal backgrounds alone. And I had a back and forth between a guy on a particular social network, and he couldn't comprehend the background of Max Headroom being so phenomenal. He said, it's been done. And I said, you're showing me a screensaver. You don't see the sophistication and the detail. And this is just a still image. But the backgrounds in Max Headroom alone, just the backgrounds, are groundbreaking that have never been replicated. The sophistication of how the geometric and the colors flowed, nothing even close to it. The technology exists to reproduce it, but because it was so painstakingly made the first time, no one's willing to go through that painstaking process. And I related to the guy, you don't know the difference between LED and LCD. And he said, that has nothing to do with it. He didn't get the point. The point was a human being that can't tell the difference between a gray, boring liquid crystal display versus a phenomenally amazing, brilliant digit made out of light-emitting diodes itself. He couldn't tell the difference. There's two people in this world. There are the type of people that can tell the difference between light-emitting diodes and liquid crystal displays. And there's the type of people that no matter how many times you show them both, they wouldn't be able to tell the difference in a billion years. Obviously, we all know many LCD displays have an LED backlight. An LED backlight, let's just put it this way. A boring, flat, totally gray or black display showing a reverse gray digit or a black digit, all gray and like washed out, or the actual digits themselves made out of light. It's almost the difference between a moon and a sun. An LCD would be the moon, and an LED would be the sun. It would almost be someone mistaking the moon for the sun. Now, clearly the moon has some light, but it's just a reflection of the light-emitting diode sun. Similarly to a liquid crystal display, you see it lit up only by the LED backlight. It's that type of inability to distinguish one from the other that causes someone to also not be able to distinguish the phenomenal backgrounds in the original Max Headroom versus a modern-day screensaver. Modern-day screensaver doesn't even come any close. Even the Eminem spoof music video, I'm sure Eminem paid someone, or the staff and team paid someone thousands of dollars to try to reproduce the Max Headroom background, pales in comparison. Stay tuned, more stuff coming soon. Max Headroom video, I've been working on it for a little bit. For example, I watched every single Max Headroom episode back to back, and every episode is 1 hour long. And it's over 10 hours. Okay, it's over 10 hours to watch every Max Headroom episode back to back. And a lot of predictions of the future. Cryptocurrency, subscribing to channels. These things didn't exist in '87, but they were predicted. Even drones were predicted in Max Headroom. Modern day remote control drones. A lot of cool stuff. Very cyberpunk show. Most cyberpunk show ever made. People that are obsessed with cyberpunk think it's just this video game starring Keanu Reeves, but and you know, I'm a fan of Keanu Reeves. Oh, the Max Zone is in danger. We got to fix the old Max Zone. The Max Zone's a little bit in danger. This is a Cinemax display you would have seen at Circuit City. You would have seen at your local cable distributor. So, you know, got some cool Mac stuff you don't see normally. Stay tuned, more episodes coming soon. Got some cool, phenomenal stuff to share with you. Not just physical objects, but concepts, ideas. Can't show all this to you. Some of it's classified, top secret. But stay tuned. More episodes coming soon. Be seeing you.